This is Yaron Weitzman, NBA contributor for Fox Sports, and here are my top 5 most pivotal players for the 2021-2022 NBA season in no particular order. But let's start, of course, with Kyrie Irving. You know the deal with him by now. No shot, no playing in New York City, or for that matter, the Nets have made clear that they have no intention of allowing Kyrie to be a part-time player for them. The Nets don't need Kyrie to win a championship. The James Harden trade took care of that last season. But depending on what Kyrie does, his shadow will loom over everything that happens in Brooklyn this season. Next up, KarlAnthony Towns. No, the Timberwolves aren't going to win a championship this season. They're not even going to the contend for one. But at some point, it's fair to look at Towns and wonder whether he can ever be the sort of player who, along with filling up a box score, can influence winning. Is he willing to put in the effort on defense? Is he willing to box out? Is he willing to be a leader? If he does so, he can transform the Timberwolves. If not, he's likely destined for a trade at some point and to ride out the rest of his career as the number 2 to another team's superstar. Next up, Russell Westbrook. You know the deal here. He's on the Lakers. He's going to be the third banana to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Here's the problem. Westbrook doesn't like to pass. He doesn't like to defend. He likes to shoot. He's just not very good at it. These are all the qualities that running mates to LeBron usually have. That doesn't mean the Westbrook fit can't work there, but it does mean that how Westbrook decides to approach this new role could end up impacting this season's title race. Next on my list is Damian Lillard. I'm actually more bullish on the Blazers than I think others are, at least in terms of being a successful regular season team, and I think that should placate Lillard for the time being. But if things do go south early, if they get off to a slow start, will Lillard get antsy again and ask for a trade? If he does, you can be sure there will be numerous teams lining up to go get him. The Sixers for one, maybe the Knicks for another. If he does get antsy, and if he does ask for a trade, you can be sure there will be numerous teams lining up to go get him. One of them will be the Sixers, who, if they got Lillard, would instantaneously morph into the greatest threat to the Nets in the East. And speaking of the Sixers, last on my list, you guessed it, Ben Simmons. To be honest, I have no idea how this is all going to end up. I don't think the Sixers do. I don't think Ben Simmons does. But this was the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference last season, and Ben Simmons, despite all his flaws, is still a star player who impacts winning. If he remains on Sixers, they're a title contender. If he doesn't, you can be sure we'll have a new number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference this season.